My baby give me peace, she give them on to sugar. The things you do me. Oh, mellow, friend.
Okay, Bobrisky.
That's
Sorry, Davido.
thank you. You know what Davido is Alamide?
Alamide, sorry. Is it what's the other one? Is it the low ski?
Is it Olinsky?
Okay.
You don't even listen to Conquer for a bit like that. So.
Anyways, guys, welcome.
Zelensky from Napoli or something. I don't know.
Can I introduce?
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode of I'm just calling it DES. Let me Eddie Sam. Are you okay with that? The DES
Podcast.
The DES Podcast. We're back with Sam and Eddie and myself. And Sam, you want to start us off today about something because something just spiked you.
I've been seeing this rhetoric online a lot, and it's been really triggering me. We need to stop this conversation about the Premier League.
Where's my mom?
Why, sir? I was going to ask where are you because none of you told her where you're going.
Hello?
You know what's so funny, yeah? I goes to Sam. I bet you you didn't tell your mom where you're going. The first thing she's going to say is, where are you? All you hear on the mic is, where are you? Sorry, Sam, back to what you were saying.
What are you saying, man?
Try. Yeah, from the discourse that I've been observing, this idea that the Premier League is just the king and the overall best league in the world must burn and must be stopped. It must truly.
What?
Why'd you say that?
It must truly be stopped. Listen, because for example, and one of the real things that got me thinking about this, especially, was the Osimhen incident here. They said that in the Prem, Osimhen wouldn't do it, and one of the examples that they use was that in terms of physicality and in terms of strength and things of that nature, Serie A can't compare to the Premier League, and that the way how Rasmus Højlund,
not even close now,
and the way how Rasmus Højlund was being able to use his physicality, he struggled to do it in the Prem. And you know what, to that degree, I can sort of hear that to an extent. But we are talking about a striker that is one of the most is on course to be in the conversation of one of the most talented strikers in African history. As he's continuing and he's continuing to elevate, he brought Napoli, mind you, to win this. How do you say it?
Scudetto.
That's English. Sorry, the Italian. The Scudetto. Since how many years? Was it not since Maradona last won it?
Probably, yeah.
That's Osimhen brought them to it. People were saying Kvaratskhelia. Fuck that. Osimhen is the true king that brought Napoli to win it since then. In how many years? Like, breaking record. I was saying that this man, so blessed and talented, if it was put in the Prem, he wouldn't do the same thing.
Yeah,
that's the same argument they use for Messi all the time. But he wouldn't come into that if he came to the Prem, he wouldn't do what he went to do.
That's okay, but you need to understand that we have had Lukaku in the Premier League from Serie A.
Yeah,
what he was doing in the Serie A did not even come close to what he did in the Prem.
Before Lukaku went to the Serie A, he was doing it in the Prem.
Well,
with Everton, he literally burst onto the scene like Micah.
He actually done okay.
He burst onto the scene like Micah.
It's just Chelsea that he couldn't do that, bro.
And Chelsea and strikers is another conversation for another bloody day. But
no, it's not strikers. It's the number 9 jersey. I don't know who cost that jersey, but
who had it?
What?
Who had the jersey? Who had the jersey? Who was the last person to do good in that jersey? Was it Drogba?
It was Drogba.
Nah,
even Torres struggled.
Drogba was not even number 9. He was number 11.
You want to say who?
Are you going to say Torres didn't struggle still?
I didn't say Drogba.
I thought you said Torres didn't struggle.
I said no. Even Torres struggled.
Yeah.
And we all know
Torres
that
was big. Like
Torres is a proper striker.
You know how much of that there's a curse on that thing. What's his name? Shevchenko won the Ballon d'Or a year before he came to Chelsea. This guy came to Chelsea and he was rubbish. He was terrible because he was wearing number 9. Even the last person that I can tell you that did okay in the number 9 was Tammy Abraham, and that was like
that's even true.
Under Frank Lampard, the guy scored like
20 goals.
This guy scored like 21 or something or so goals in the league. But
well,
And what do? We went to
So you're basically saying that people need to get rid of the argument of that the Prem is the best league in the world.
Yes, my argument is that
Do you understand why people say the Premier League is the best league in the world?
He clearly doesn't.
No, let me explain to you, sorry.
Let
Let me explain to you, sorry.
because it's not like we don't all watch the same product too. Okay.
Let me explain to you why. I hear where you're coming from, but the reason why I believe they say the Premier League is the best league in the world is because the only league where you're gonna get 20 teams, and out of those 20 teams, it doesn't matter if last or first is facing each other, you're gonna get an upset. You're not always gonna get that in La Liga. You're barely ever gonna get the bottom 7 teams upset in the top 3 or 4. In the Premier League, you got Luton a couple of weeks ago who nearly beat Liverpool. You have Crystal Palace joined with City yesterday. And I'm not saying Crystal Palace are a shit team, but with the quality City have, City should be winning more. And City, realistically, should be beating any bottom 7 team. City should be beating week in, week out.
Yeah.
Bro. And I'm sorry to say this, you had Bournemouth beating United 3-0 at home.
In Old Trafford, like.
Do you really think a team that is last in the La Liga or this area is going to go to the Bernabeu, the San Siro, and beat them comfortably?
Okay, then my argument, and that point here, that point is a point that, because I've defended like that statement as well to it, but at the same time as well, I also took a step back as well and also tried to really look at it. Because realistically, with that model of competition that the Prem has, shouldn't we statistically have over the years? Because this is not just something that's happened recently. This is Barclays' heritage that in case anybody at any time can get touched. Yeah, shouldn't that mean that with that type of heritage, the best of the best that come out of that league, statistically we should have more European trophies to represent that?
Yeah, but I'm not denying what you're saying.
You don't have to be good to win the Champions League. Like that. No, you don't have to be fantastic.
Come on, there's been times Real Madrid have been shit and they won the Champions League.
They've been terrible at times. I will like when they bet Chelsea that time. We were 3-0 up and away, right? One pass, just one pass. They were rubbish the whole game. One pass from Modric outside their foot, jack, and they score. Then a mistake from Kante and they score again. They were lucky, even. Man, they were lucky to win it that year.
Wait, so you're telling me you're telling me I understand what you're saying, Sam. Don't get it twisted. I actually genuinely understand what you're saying. But let's not be stupid people here and not think that there's other leagues that have unbelievable teams as well. Yes, you have Bayern Munich, the best team in Germany. Barcelona and Real Madrid. Atletico Madrid and this team now that are coming out of nowhere.
Girona.
I was watching one of those games against it was Atletico Madrid.
You know they bet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize this if anybody from Germany is watching this. Bayer Leverkusen. Oh my days.
They haven't lost.
They haven't lost in the whole of Europe. So, but this is the thing about the Prem though. You cannot tell me that there's out of the top 10 teams in the Premier League, they're not gonna go to these leagues and absolutely make a show with some of these teams.
I see that point, yeah.
No, I'm so sorry.
Because you know the reason why I disagree with it, yeah. The reason why I disagree with it, there's the way that the Prem is played is different than the way that's going to be played in Spain and it's going to be played in Italy and it's going to be played in France and Germany. Ultimately, that difference here is going to not enable them to have that level of success.
Yeah, but there's a certain way that the German, like in the Bundesliga, they do this GG press, like they have
like press and high, like
just high pressing, like stuff. Yeah, okay. In Spain, that's what they have in the Bundesliga. In Spain, they have all the tiki taka, all of that.
Spain, because Italy got this reputation as well for a long time that they played very low block and you must. It's like almost a little bit like chess trying to just unlock teams. Spain have that reputation, and it's one of them. If you ever tune in, I just watch any La Liga football games here. The level of technical ability that is observed now in terms of physically and athleticism, I say the Prem. The only other league that I can say that can compete is Ligue 1. If you watch Ligue 1,
Ligue 1,
yes, because in terms of
what?
Let me land. In terms of players are able to transfer, and a good litmus test for players are able to transfer and see how well they will do it in the Premier League. Because again, it's a different style. League 1 players have one of the best transferable ability into the Prem.
I disagree. I think it's Serie A.
Serie A?
Yeah.
Hey.
That's no. I don't.
No.
It's League One. League One.
Maybe for Spurs it's been Serie A, but I don't know for anybody else.
You're speaking for Spurs. You're not speaking for me.
What's the name of this guy? Sarr, that's in your midfield. It came from League One.
What's that?
Sorry.
Pape Sarr.
The one that's
Spurs
part of-
midfield.
Yeah.
Okay, but what do you know? Okay, fair enough. That's one.
Even
Kulusevski,
somehow, so didn't have
Kulusevski, Bentancur, Udogi, and the keeper. 4 people who came from League.
From Serie A.
Oh, and what's his name? Van der Veen came from Bundesliga, isn't it?
Yeah.
But okay, Sarr as well. In terms of Chelsea, are we even going to count how many players?
Now, do we even know? I don't even think we know all the players Chelsea outside.
From like in
From
terms
League
of,
One, Dark Gusto fella.
no prior, not even recent.
Oh.
Prior that I don't. Where was Kante signed from? Leicester. Where was he
Leicester.
before Leicester?
It was like third division. It was last Kante
It was
was in,
still France.
yeah, we counted in French. Like,
France.
yeah.
No matter how well, I even add that one.
What are you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say it. Konate.
Konate was he not?
Konate from Bundesliga though.
Konate is from Bundesliga.
Konate came from France.
He's French, but
He
he's
was
French, but he
was
played in the
playing
Bundesliga.
He was playing in League One as well.
okay,
Yeah,
but he went to
but he still
Bundesliga.
came
It's still
from
even if
Bundesliga,
it's,
though.
what I'm trying to say is that most of the ones that do go from the League One, even if it's not a direct route into the Premier League, the physicality and the athleticism, brother, you have people who are coming from the Congo, who are coming from Africa directly here, who in terms of athleticism, strength, and physicality, it doesn't make sense how they're having it competing in these leagues, and players are going up against them like. These players, they do well. They do really do well.
I'm not denying they do well, but I'm telling
They're
you,
similar. They're much more. Just watch 5. I even give you a website to watch reruns. Watch 5 League One type of games here and tell me.
don't worry, I can watch League One because I have Sky. I don't have dodgy box.
I don't have dodgy box as well.
Me too. I have Sky.
I have.
€80
I have
each
Now
around the
TV.
month.
Now
Oh,
TV.
90.
So
€40
I'm
a
not
month.
denying what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
just-
saying the level of competition in the Premier League cannot be compared to any league in the world.
I'm sorry, it can't.
I'm so
Because
sorry.
you see a match like, let's say, the Spurs and the City game, the City and Chelsea game, even the Spurs and Arsenal game this year, it was just like, it was so good to watch as a fan. If you go to fucking League One or something, and you see PSG just absolutely destroy Monaco, they destroy PSG will destroy Lens, they'll do Marseille
But
like.
PSG are always gonna do.
They're not even.
Yeah,
They're always
exactly.
gonna win that
And
league.
then even for League Santander, Girona bet Barcelona
4-2.
4-2.
Come on.
4-2 like.
What do you mean? Come on, Leicester won the Premier League and they got promoted from the Championship. What are we talking about?
Isn't that like a stat that happens every 18 years?
Yes.
There's actually like a legit,
So you're telling me that the fact that Girona are on top of the table right now and are winning, like, that's a stat that's normal.
yeah, but that how
It's
many
just-
how many times in your lifetime have you heard a team like Girona come and win the Premier League anyhow?
How many?
Name
No.
3 times.
How many times in the Premier has that happened?
How many times has the different teams won the league?
Hello, how many times has a team been promoted from
Only-
the Championship?
Only once. But
it's-
Girona weren't promoted. Girona have
They were
always
always
been
there.
there.
They were rubbish.
They've always been a middling or about struggling team.
Yeah, but they've always been there. It's just that
They've been
they just
struggling.
decided to do
Girona
good
is
this one season.
They literally changed their whole system and style.
Yes,
and
you know, and certain teams should learn from that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But they don't.
But
They
what have I
decide
been
to go and
saying?
buy Paul Pogba. They decide to go and
But
buy
Paul
Sancho.
Pogba was not never
They
the
dec-
problem. Paul Pogba was never the problem.
But it's
Was
always
Paul Pogba not good?
Pogba was good, but the problem when
Sorry, correction. Was Pogba not great?
good,
Great.
great.
Don't piss
So
me off.
we are trying to
that-
put when you call a player
When
great.
you watch
Be
football-
You need to
careful.
understand
Be
what great
careful.
means.
Be careful with
When
the
you
word
don't
great.
understand that
Is
word.
Bellingham great?
But yes,
Then Pogba is great.
the
You are
guy
taking
went.
the
The
piss.
guy went to.
You are taking the piss.
Ah.
Pogba
They
is
should stone
great.
you.
Sam,
Pogba is
Sam,
great.
Sam,
Pogba
They
is
should
Sam.
stone you.
It's
Sam.
all of
They should
Pogba's,
stone you.
all of
Sam.
Pogba's career, not just at
Sam,
United, at
Sam,
France.
Listen to what you're saying.
It's not just
Sam, listen to what you're saying.
Before you take it back
Before-
now.
Sam, before you
listen to what you're saying.
This guy went
Great.
to Real Madrid where only greats go and is balling.
And the guy scored.
And what age is he?
His very
What age
first
is he?
El Clasico.
What age is he?
He's 20.
He's 20. The boy that Sir Alex Ferguson wouldn't even let into his team had to go somewhere else. Real Madrid came for this boy, yo.
What happened when he went to Juve? No, tell me what happened when he went to Juve.
What
that
did
age, what happened
he
when he went to
do?
Juve?
What did he do?
What do you mean? What did he do?
You are trying to
My
5-time
God.
He was
Champions League
ranked the
winners.
best young player in the year when he was in Juve. What are we talking about?
So you're trying to compare Juve to Real Madrid right now.
You're telling me so the likes of playing with Pirlo and overall Juve great doesn't mean anything then.
So the likes of playing with 5 times Champions League winners and that team. Do you understand what it's like to?
Man, Mascherano was there as well. Did you see that Juventus team that time?
No, but you're telling me that doesn't make him great. The fact that he's still able to stand out in that doesn't make him great.
Sam, what are you
fact
when
that
you
he's
okay?
able to
What's your
stand out in
definition?
that does not make
When
anything
you say great, who are you trying to compare great him to?
I'm
Because
trying-
when you say great to me,
Okay,
it's
I'm-
Ronaldo
I'm
and Messi.
I'm thinking about like Kevin De
Those
Bruyne,
people- no,
Lampard, all of them.
Those people,
greatness.
in my own definition, those people are not great. Those people are out of this world. Because
Okay. Be careful because be careful when you use words because when you say great,
You did not ask me my definition. Did you ask me?
I'm trying to ask you.
What did you ask me?
I was-
Did you ask me?
If you have sense,
Did you ask me?
because you have
No.
sense.
You
Do know
put your
great-
no.
You have to put greatness. There's greatness.
You put your assumptions on towards me.
Can I-
and you're
wait,
not
okay,
attacking
wait.
me.
Wait, so no,
But
who's
did you
out
ask
of
me?
this world? Who's out of this world?
Sam, so
Messi,
Messi.
Messi. I wish, and this is one thing here.
Okay, don't say the
Hold
answer,
on.
please. Don't
You
say the
let-
answer.
oh my
you're
Lord.
you're procrastinating it. Man,
I'm not procrastinating.
Don't-
If you will
let
let me
us say it.
you are disrupting
Jack-
my flight.
Jack-
I actually
sorry,
played.
You are
sorry.
disrupting my
Okay,
flight.
go on. I say it.
You won't let my flight
sorry,
land.
Okay, I say
sorry. Your flight will land in Jesus'
I
name.
mean,
bro.
just
Hey,
you know, Jesus, but I'm trying to land. You are making me.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, say what you want to say. Sorry.
I wish what I'm about to say was I wish I watched R9 as a Ronaldo play football because any of the older generation that watched him play here see that him and Messi are similar. Before his injuries, I wish I watched him so I could say that he too as well as well. But for me, in terms of the player that I have watched in this life, R9, and I wish that Neymar just had much more achievements to his name to be able to do. Because me as well, in terms of players that I've seen as well that just does not make any fucking sense. Neymar is just a cost for me below that out of this world. I put Neymar there. Ronaldo just above it, but Neymar is close to it.
I'm so sorry. We
That's
have to
me.
actually go. We need to actually have conclusion to this Pogba and Bellingham thing. So the one question I
Okay.
want to ask you is both of them in their prime. Who you taking?
Pogba, no doubt about it. Pogba. It is only a pity.
Wait, what age is Bellingham? 19.
He's not. His prime hasn't even hit.
No,
so we
he's
can't-
19. So are you taking 19-year-old Pogba? Sorry, a 19-year-old and Bellingham.
19-year-old Pogba was still at United.
Hey, that's not what he
That's
asked you.
That's
That's
what
not what he
that's-
asked you.
So you know,
That's
Sam.
unfair.
You know how
That's
unfair.
You know what? No,
Because-
no, wait.
That is absolutely
I hear him.
unfair.
I hear him. No, let me say because now you just proved my point. 19-year-old Pogba was at Manchester United still, while the
the reserves.
19-year-old Jude Bellingham is now at Real Madrid
That
starting.
doesn't mean
And
shit because when
It does
Pogba
mean
went to Juventus still at that age, he was
it doesn't
killing
mean
it.
shit because this guy was still doing it younger than Pogba was doing it at Borussia Dortmund. Let's not forget. So no, Sam.
You roll your eyes.
You're rolling your eyes.
Then that means we can say right now with the current progression of the midfielder that played, what's his name, Zion Emery for PSG, he's going to be better than
But it's not Real Madrid.
no Dan Bellingham.
He's not at Real Madrid.
He's at PSG.
Are you trying to?
Are you trying to?
Are
no,
you
no,
trying to
are you
compare Real
Are you
Madrid
trying to
to
talk
PSG?
about his players that have played for PSG and you're not going to say he doesn't have a similar stature?
Are you trying to compare Real Madrid to PSG? That's all
Are
I'm
you
trying to
telling
ask
me-
now.
Are you telling me that
5
playing
Champions
as
Leagues.
a 17-year-old
5
within a
Champions
PSG
Leagues.
is nothing?
Omo, how many is 5 Champions? Is it 4 in a row? They won 4 in a row.
4 in a row.
4 in a row.
And PSG haven't even touched that trophy.
PSG, how much are they even trying to spend to still win that cup? And they can't even win
the
it.
fact that a caliber team
You
of
know what's so annoying me? Your team that disgraced PSG in the semi or quarterfinals, you're trying to defend them here.
I'm not listening here because even the point in general.
Let's not even forget Mbappe is still in all this talk. Oh.
We need to start shining lights on Mbappe because he's been getting away with some of the stuff that he should not be getting away with. But anyways, I digress.
What?
Man,
Wait, what? Mbappe?
yes.
Don't speak on that guy's name
Are you
again.
guys crazy? Mbappe in League 1 year, it goes. If you listen to people who even actively keep up with League 1 year and they watch PSG as well, they say it goes ghost on a lot of the times.
Because he doesn't want to play there.
And it doesn't.
Base.
You no.
Ah.
Because right now, yeah, in terms of saying who should be the leading players of this current generation or that current generation of players here, Mbappe is Mbappe not considered one? No.
Yes, he is.
Considered one, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The same expectations that
There's only 3.
Who?
Mbappe, Haaland, and Bellingham.
Okay. And the same expectations
Rashford.
that that the previous generation would put on the likes of Messi and Ronaldo, yeah, is that no matter even if the team is doing bad or if it is poor, they expect them to carry the team. And if Barcelona or if Real Madrid did shit, the spotlight from the media and everything and everybody's blame is Ronaldo and Messi. Mbappe doesn't get that. If PSG is doing Ligue 1 again, if you have people who if you listen to people who watch Ligue 1 and who watch Mbappe as well, they say when Mbappe goes and then PSG don't win anything, he does not get the same blame or the same spotlight that the likes of Ronaldo and Messi get.
Because you cannot compare that, because these men were carrying the team to win trophies. This nigga had not even carried the team to win a major trophy. How many times has Mbappe took his team to the final of the Champions League? Answer my question.
Wait, back Champions League. This nigga has 2 World Cups that he brought the team to the final. When he was, what's age?
Wait, they've only won 1 World Cup.
They've won one. They've been in
They've
2
won
finals.
1 with Mbappe there.
They won 2
Two
finals.
finals.
Won one.
Correction. He was about to win 2
But-
World Cups.
Shebi is not your
One
goat.
World
Is
Cup
it not
and
the-
one final.
Is it not the goat now that you're screaming out?
One World Cup and 1 final.
Sam, I don't
He
disagree
went
with
back to. He went head to head. Initially, nearly destroyed Lionel Messi. Is the reason why France was even able to score 3 goals in the final.
Okay, so
to destroy Messi.
are you just contradicting your own statement?
What
No.
I'm trying to say is
What do you mean by this statement?
Will you
Why
wait?
what do you mean?
Wait. That caliber of player here,
Yeah.
he has been going ghost and he's not getting the same level of criticism when the team doesn't do well.
Because Mbappe is
Messi
a great.
got it.
Mbappe is a great
Ronaldo
player.
got it too.
Mbappe is a great player because these man were just different. They were carrying the teams to finals all the time. They were breaking unbelievable records most of the season. This nigga Messi scored 90 goals in a season.
91.
91
Respect him
goals in a season. Ronaldo has done some madness in football games. Sure, what's the record? Ronaldo has a record in my head, and it's not most goals in Champions League, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
What has this Mbappe guy done? No.
Are we underestimating just the value of a? Tell me, we were having this conversation before. I forgot. I forgot you are a proponent of this, that you don't consider the World Cup being.
I consider the World Cup a great thing, but I am telling you, a man.
18 and scoring in the final in the World Cup,
like,
and then
are you trying to say Mbappe won that World Cup? Are you trying to say that was Mbappe's World Cup?
I'm trying to say it was a key weapon in that World Cup.
It was, but it wasn't just him.
And then in this World Cup, he's literally the reason why France even had the leg to stand on in the final against Lionel Messi's
Are you trying to say it
Argentina.
was only him?
In this final,
Are you trying to say it was only him that he took France to the World Cup? Final?
Mbappe.
Yes, was it only Mbappe?
This World Cup that just passed.
Was it only Mbappe? That's what I'm asking you. If that's your answer, okay,
That's
fair
his-
enough.
that's
Okay,
the question.
then I'll throw the question back. Is it only Messi that is the reason why Argentina were able to come to this?
No. I never said that.
No
once.
one ever said that
I never
before.
said that because there was, there was
He was just the best player.
Yeah,
That
he was
was
just
it.
the best. There's a lot of other players that I've seen in the team that were very, very underrated. Let's start with the keeper Martinez.
That's
Unbelievable.
man.
I know.
Jesus
You
Christ.
use my hate on Romero. That one.
I don't actually hate him. I think he's a good player.
Otamendi. bro.
Otamendi,
Bro.
that old one that nobody knows where he came
Rodriguez.
from.
I won't lie. Even Messi's bodyguard. Exactly.
Bro, there's players in that team. Oh.
I'm not saying that there's no players in that team.
McAllister.
Again, I'm not saying that there wasn't players in that team. I'm just saying that the same. If a player is Mbappe at the highest and the spotlight, millions of people watching it.
I hear what you
He
mean. That
was
Mbappe
able to
doesn't.
He nearly destroyed.
Yeah,
That's the best Argentina has ever been,
Yeah,
and he nearly destroyed that.
I'm not denying, but Sam, let's forget
I
about
disagree.
let's forget about this World Cup thing for a second. Sam, I'm not against your point about the whole. Basically, at the end of the day, the same way Ronaldo and Messi were made scapegoats when they were at Madrid and Barcelona, and when
I'm not saying making them scapegoats.
no, but they
have
were
a lot of responsibility.
They were responsible
yeah,
for it.
because
Yeah.
Sam, because
They're
they
the
were.
best.
You said it yourself. They were out of these world football players. This Messi and Ronaldo, they were out of world players since they were kids. These man could still carry it when they were kids. Mbappe is not doing that.
He wants to know if what's even funny, because there's even a point for that. When Neymar went to PSG, they put the blame on Neymar.
Because Benzema was undoubtedly at that one point nearly one of the best players in the world. Shebi came second in the Ballon d'Or.
But what I'm trying to say is that as well, as Neymar has gone, there's nobody else. Mbappe is now that's literally him. He's the top three.
Sam, they know
He's the
Mbappe.
top
The
three
problem
right
now is that they know Mbappe doesn't even want to be there.
That doesn't
He's
mean
just grabbing that
anything.
money.
Just
doesn't
grab
mean-
that.
that doesn't
It
mean-
does mean something, Sam.
Even
Because
when Ronaldo doesn't want to be at sports, does he not still perform?
at where has Ronaldo not want to be?
He didn't want to further stay at United. He still performed. He didn't even. There was a point
Yeah,
at
but
Juve. He didn't
alright.
want to stay.
I'm not
He
being
didn't
biased.
want to stay at Juve. He still performed.
Exactly. So
he still performs. It doesn't matter if you don't.
So
want
then
something.
why
You
why
must
are you
still-
going
there
to
must be
why you
prerogative for you to still perform?
then why you-
especially when that level of caliber you are at that level of caliber. You should still perform.
I'm not denying what you put.
It's the same thing with Messi. Messi didn't even like being at PSG,
Yeah,
and
but
he still performed.
That's why they're out of these world players. That is why. Because when they know it's
I'm
time
putting,
to
I'm putting him in that category.
Sam,
He must
who?
perform.
Who?
I want
Mbappe.
Mbappe. For
I agree with you. He must perform. But at the end of the day, he's not performing. Because these man know. That's why they're out of the world players. Because they know when it's time to turn up. They turn up. So what's that bad that Dave says? He goes, he says something like, when niggas time to turn up, they always want to turn. Basically saying, like, you basically say, when it's time to party and all, they turn up. But when it's actually time to do work, you don't turn up. But when these men that know how to turn up, that's why they're the best in the world.
Yes.
That's why you can always tell who the better rappers are compared to who the mediocre rappers are. No one can compare to Sancho C and Dave. That's why they are basically what they call, when they release a song, there's always drops a banger. Then you have the certain people there that drop a song. Yeah, they're good. They should be better. But that's why they're not at the level that these two are on, because they understand the concept of hard work. Mbappe is let's not lie here, Mbappe is a very gifted football player.
Gifted, yeah.
Very, very gifted. Yes, Messi is as well. But Messi just always turns up. Mbappe, unfortunately, doesn't always turn up. Because these man just know. No, these man just know when it's time to turn up. Mbappe, unfortunately, thinks Mbappe's always turning up to parties. He's not turning up to matches all the time.
Bro, I seen this guy partying in USA with Kim Kardashian and all these people.
That.
But
is
listen,
not-
this
he's
is the thing. You
turned
know
up
the
in
thing
that
is,
family.
right? You know the thing is, how old is Mbappe now?
23 years.
20
Because
years.
he's not a youngster anymore. Let's
Yeah.
say. He's not a
And
youngster.
technically
What was
still a
Messi doing when he was 23? How old was Messi when he did that madness against Vidic and Rio Ferdinand in the Champions League final?
he was a younger.
He was a
He
young
was
guy.
a younger.
That guy destroyed that United team, right? In the Champions League final at that age. But Mbappe, what is he doing? Is he doing anything? Like, see Bellingham now, right? Bellingham is he's scoring goals. So I think he's.
Sam, you know what the problem was with Mbappe here? He should have left that time.
He should have left.
He should have left
To what, to
PSG
Real?
to Real.
100%.
I think that's
He literally tried to leave. They won't let him
The
leave.
president of
The
France.
president of France was saying you can't, because he understands that level, that Ligue 1 is going to crash if there's
Sam,
superstars.
at the end of the day, that's where they have to come in and say, do we need to invest in this league? That is why the Prem is the best, because they invest
It's never gonna die
heavily.
down. It's
Sam,
never gonna die.
Sam, the Prem's never going to. Let's be honest, yeah. Okay, you know you're putting your hand on your head, yeah. Sam, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying is true.
Okay, who are the superstars of the Prem?
Hey, bro.
It will.
But Jesus.
And
man.
what-
I
what-
want to.
right now.
I'm not
Are you
saying.
drunk?
I'm not saying it to make like a target or.
Okay, no wait.
Just name the
Okay,
superstars.
okay. Each team or just in general?
Just like if you want to say
Superstar.
like your
Okay,
five.
I'm gonna
your
start.
five,
I'm
five,
gonna
five
talk.
giants. 5 giants in the
We
Prem.
can't
In
wait.
the top
Aaron
six.
Haaland.
Haaland.
I hate to say it, Bukayo Saka.
Wait, hold on. Haaland that has not brought his country to the World Cup. Okay, continue.
Okay, but yeah. But
Continue.
No, now
Continue,
what
continue.
Church said is crazy.
No,
Because
no, is it not
because
true?
because
Is it not
France
true? Is it not true?
because France had France had who?
You want to know the? I'm not even talking about France. I'm talking. McTominay has brought Scotland to the Euros. What's Haaland done? McTominay has brought them.
So
Zlatan brought Sweden to the World
we
Cup.
talked
when they
about
had-
this the other day.
when they
Sweden
had-
had an okay team.
They had no business being in that competition. Zlatan brought them in.
That
I
was-
expect the same of Haaland.
Anyways,
Please,
let me
stop-
just
stop
go back because
putting
that
the
you
name,
actually just
If
Yo, don't mess around
If
now.
Haaland is that level
you
of
asked me
caliber,
for
he should.
you asked for superstars. So Haaland is a superstar in the league. We all know he scored 50 goals in the league, which no player in any of our teams has ever done in the league season, in their first season. Let's just make that very
Oh
clear.
yeah, he's broke that record.
He broke that record. Bukayo Saka, unfortunately, I hate the guy, but he's still there. He's still a superstar in the league.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne. I generally all the City's team there that I can name: Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Ruben Diaz.
There's an asterisk on that Ruben Diaz one.
You know there was not. But anyways, let me go. Virgil van Dijk.
I said 5. I just need 5.
No, I have to start naming them for you now because you're acting like there's no
Can you say
superstars.
Salah.
Alisson, Trent. Let me think about it. Who else is in that? I hate to say this other one again. Saliba. This guy. Let me think. Superstars again.
For you, superstars are world class.
What?
Superstars are world class for
You
you.
said superstars of the Premier League. If we're talking about superstars,
That superstars are sorry, that's also my fault as well. For me, is that superstars that are world class. That if you pluck them out of the Prem, yeah,
nearly all the City's team we can say.
Nearly
The whole of City's team we can say. You cannot tell me there's not one City player that will just easily get into any of our teams. Easily. And you tell there's no
that's so true.
like, and I don't even mean that in a bad way. Like, there's not one.
It's not a joke anymore.
Even the players who are not even performing.
Palmer walked into this man's team, man. Man, it's actually insane.
Kyle Walker will still walk into anybody's team in the
My
Premier League.
God, it is,
I would take
That's what I'm trying to say to you. You cannot say there's not a whole superstar because there's just a team full of superstars.
but how they about their fourth or fifth?
They're fourth.
Don't mind Pep.
Don't do that.
I know, me, I'm not.
You know the funny thing is, yeah.
He must
I
be
feel
having
like
fun.
City even noticed themselves. It's just like, oh, we're having a bad patch.
The Bruyne is coming back.
There was this TikTok, right, and it was like just of this like scary sound, like, you know, when someone's creeping up, and you just seen like, I think it was Liverpool, he's coming, and then you just see Arsenal boys, he's coming, and then you just see a picture of Kevin De Bruyne. People don't realize that guy is scary, and let's not forget, City had no Haaland yesterday as well. So
my FPL are so fat.
Man,
I swear.
I just think Pep wants to have fun. When he
I
wins
swear.
this, yeah.
But Sam, I hear your argument, but I will still always say, and I will believe that the Premier is the best. Most. It's okay if you don't want to say the best. This is the one thing you have to agree. It's the most competitive league in the whole world. There's
It's the most
nothing like
exciting
it.
to watch as well.
Like, you're not you if you can still watch a shit game and be like, oh my god, these two teams are playing great. Everton,
Everything Burnley.
Everything not even a shit team.
even Burnley playing as shit as they are, they're still playing good football.
Yes.
That's what's irritating me.
My argument isn't about whether it like is the best or anything, or that's like quote unquote there is a quote unquote best or anything. My argument is that it's just at the end of the day, it's play styles, like how like different, because different countries emulate different styles of
The
football,
Premier League
and it's
emulates
different.
every single style.
Exactly.
The Premier League emulates
Every single
okay,
time.
Demi, you cannot be physically lacking in any way. Neither can you be well, even technically, but specifically you cannot be physically lacking in any way and be able to succeed in the Prem. Even if technically you may be there, physically is the most important part.
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you, but they play. I agree, but
Yeah, but there's different play styles. That's what we're trying to
everybody has their own play style.
I'm sorry, not play styles, as in football, not just as what we see emulated.
footballing
What we see
philosophies.
in grassroots, in terms of the football fundamentals, yeah. If, for example, because you know Ireland and England has actually a very similar football fundamentalist sort of way of playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
What we see at grassroots here is more time we're going to see like emulated on the top, at the very top of it.
But yeah, but I'm trying to say, well, I'm going back to
That's what I'm just saying.
yeah, but I'm saying, go back to your point that, like, yes, you can say that, but now in the Prem, everybody has their own different style of playing. Like, no disrespect, I know I always come at United, I'm still going to come at them. I don't know United's playing style.
Well, do we even, does 10
But, like, you look at the likes of, like, City, we understand their playing style. They try to pass through the press, if I'm correct. And, like, they're really good. Liverpool's playing style, we know it's...
You're getting pressed.
You're getting pressed.
Hard, yeah.
Who else there? Arsenal's playing style. I
weird.
kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't know how to explain it.
It's weirdly direct, despite it being quite.
Do you not believe it's very transition based?
It is transition.
It's very like you can kind of the way they're playing. You can kind of see this is what they're doing in training week in week out.
Yeah.
Spurs playing style is the craziest thing I've ever seen in the Premier League. But we all know what it is. High line, you press, you. I don't even know.
You are not stopping.
You're not
They're
stopping.
coming off
That one you don't stop.
Exactly. You
Um,
even look at the teams like Nottingham Forest and everything.
yeah, you get on for Son Jice and his V. Son Jice and his V.
I will never understand that view.
The V. All I'm gonna say is the V. Who else is there? Newcastle. You can see
press.
Newcastle's press,
Especially in
But
St.
you know-
James's Park.
and you know what they do? It's they don't. Newcastle hate playing the ball back. It's always gonna go
Very
forward.
direct football.
And that Newcastle they actually have to. They might have to change that style. They have to tweak it. So because now, yeah, Newcastle is slowly but surely in our. We have seen it though. They're becoming like a big six type of team.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You can't consistently be a big six type of team and play with the same mentality of a small team.
Do you think Eddie Howe is gonna get sacked? Someone said that he might get sacked because that Champions League.
I think it might get sacked simply because again that Champions League as well. They're gonna have to look at it with a pinch of salt because that league was
They got robbed.
that was a league of death,
No, but they got robbed.
and that too.
Like that handball.
They have to look and analyze that when they are looking at it. They can't just look at the result and say boom.
And you know the funny thing, we actually can't even say anything bad about Newcastle because they've had a lot of injuries. Like a lot.
It's not easy to play that style of
the
football.
band of Tonali as well.
And then Shire got injured as well. Apparently, Joe Linton has got injured as well.
The depth
don't have fantastic
of
depth,
Newcastle isn't even that deep. The quality, and again, I say the style of football that they play here, especially when they're trying to become the team that they're trying to become, it doesn't allow them to really dominate games in terms of, let's say, just passing. Because teams are going to actually start playing low block against them to a point. That's one of the main complaints that we have as a big club, that lower teams tend to realistically play like a lower block in and let us have the ball. Newcastle are going. The style of football they play doesn't really allow them to keep the ball like that. He relies on chaotic moments that they.
Yeah,
but back to it.
They need to change that.
Eddie Howe will get sacked.
I think that there's a chance.
Unless he has to change.
I feel like if he doesn't finish in Europe this season, he'll get sacked.
Yeah, but then you have to look at who's there to hire.
That's
Because-
it.
Graham Power.
God forbid bad thing.
You all keep saying that Graham Power is a bad manager.
He's
like
not a bad
he's a good manager.
He can't deal with big players.
What big players where?
Newcastle actually that's.
Who the Newcastle
Who
have
thinks
good
they're bigger
players.
than the club in
Newcastle, there's nobody, and I'm pretty sure Newcastle type of team. You remember when Gordon tried that rubbish and they started booing him because he thought he was bigger than the club because he wasn't playing and he was getting sent off.
Now he's on it.
Now they remembered him. You're not bigger than the club. See, your team is the team that needs someone that makes everybody realize they're not bigger than the club.
Oh yeah, personalities are.
That's why I want to kind of get out the football talk for a sec, but if you want to stick on it for a bit, that's why I still always say I think Antonio Conte needs to come to that club.
God forbid bad thing. I'm not magic.
Hear me out. No, Sam. I hear you hate. It's not about his football. Sam, it's not about his football.
Discipline.
It's the discipline he's going to implement.
He said if a player doesn't do what I want him to do, I'll kill
Kill
him.
him.
That's
You
what
can't discipline undisciplinable people. So I just some people that you are going to meet in your life that this man, we keep thinking that these men are just like kids that will just follow based on because one big guy. At the end of the day, these men are full-grown adults that it's literally their job. They don't take they cannot just care.
Sam, at the end of the day, regardless, these people get paid hundreds of thousands, right? But you always say yourself, there's a structure. There is no structure, like you said. And I've actually seen it now. There's no structure at that club. That club is a shambles. That club is a mess. But if you bring in, look at Angie. Came into the club. A club that was in disarray. Everybody wanted the owners out. Players weren't playing for the badge anymore.
Your recruitment team was also doing a great job.
Yes, but there was a problem in that club.
Yes.
Why is it now? I know you might hate Tottenham. Why is it that this team is always getting so far but can't get close enough? Why is it that there's always problems in the club? The man came in, he implemented the football so much that it's gone from the top down to the kids. You know, Tottenham youth team haven't lost a match this season.
But I was seeing the women's team as well.
The women's team were even playing that football. So that's what I'm saying. When you bring someone like Conte in, yes, fair enough. I hate his football. I've dealt with it. You cannot hate it because he won you a Premier and an FA Cup. So please,
You didn't even let me finish my
I don't even want
sentence.
to because you know what you're gonna say. I had hate. And I was like,
I did
okay,
not
what were
finish
you going to say? Sorry, I was interrupting
I
you.
love.
So, that's the problem there. So you need to get someone in that actually makes these players realize you're not bigger than the badge and you're not going to try that rubbish with me. Ten Hag, I feel like you can try that rubbish because it seems like if you look Ten Hag's bum a little bit, his head a little bit and make it shiny, he's going to play you all the time. Sam, and I'm going to say this to you off camera. I know there's a certain player who's going to come back and play in your club very soon. And I'm not going to say anything to do with his name because I watched something yesterday and Jesus Christ. I'm just warning you now. Anthony, you need to sell him.
Ahmad is coming back anyways.
Diallo. Oh, is he not? Was he injured?
He was injured, yeah.
Okay. So I'm telling you this. Don't get it twisted. There's no what you call it in that club structure. Conte needs to come in and even if it's for a year, just make boys just to instill it. Even when Spurs were moving mad, when all that problems with him and Conte, they were still playing that football because they understand that's what we do. I genuinely feel like Ten Hag is actually trying to get something out there, but those players are just like, we don't like it.
They don't agree with it.
They don't agree with it. That's the problem. There needs to be a top. They need to understand I'm the top. This is football we're playing, and if you don't like it, get out of here.
Get the fuck away.
You know, the thing is, even with that, there's still going to be an element of a structure to it that will allow that to even be facilitated. I say, even with Ange, and I say that we should also take it as well. We can't really apply as well to United like that. The environments that Ange was able to go into here as well was still a much more better environment that most like any manager that has come into United has been. Or are we going to disagree? Why you guys still wanted your owners out and everything of that nature? What was still there in the club was still somewhat something that Ange could work with.
But why is there nothing to work with at United?
Because, okay, for example, you see why I said that the recruitment is still with the recruitment at Tottenham. Still been top. The players that they still recruited steadily over the years with the same sort of financial policy that Levy put down. They still, it's those players that Ange is using to cook, no?
Sam, can I actually, something just came to my head, right? And I don't know if you want to hear me out on this. Do you feel like United actually never had a playing style? That Fergie was just such a scary person that it was just like because I'm just thinking of what has United's playing style actually been? Even when Fergie was there, what was their playing style? Like, even, okay, let's say, for example, right? Manchester City, when Pep came in, you could see what they were trying to do. Chelsea, even when every single Chelsea manager was there, you could see what they were trying to do. When Ferguson was there, what was his actual playing style? He's like he had 11 players who were willing to just die for the club.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like he had all these. It's like when he brought in a player, it's like, I know you're good. Yeah, maybe there's a few tactics. But that's the problem. I don't think United have had a playing style which, like, Spurs have always wanted to play that attacking football. And obviously, Levy said himself, he made mistakes hiring them two managers because he wanted quick success. What has United's playing style actually? Is there like a fundamental, like, even look at these German teams, they have all these technical players they always bring to the clubs. What is United's actual deep playing style that you can actually say this is what they do in a few words?
In a few words.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. Because I could look at Chelsea and City who make the reason why they're so, if you look at it yourself, look at their academies.
Oh, wait, no, I can kind
Do you get what I mean? Like, what is it that these, like, you come to United, oh, I'm playing for United, I'm joining United. What am I actually doing here? You come to Chelsea, you know you're going to be made that technical good player. You come to City, you can be academy players getting sold for 10 or 15 million. But United, you're even losing money on players.
That's recently.
It's happened a couple of times.
Recently.
It's happened. But okay, fair enough. If you say recently, I'll believe you because me, I don't keep up United Academy. So, but I just feel like let's boom everything for a minute. You need to get someone in there who's gonna say, we are playing counter-attack football. We need to find counter-attacking players. Yeah. We need to get those players in.
But you know what? You know the problem with United as well is that they have like so many scouts. Like did you see that?
But I feel like
Talk Sport.
Yeah, I feel like the scouts don't even know what they're getting.
Yeah, they're 36 scouts, and then you see Brighton have like 13 or something.
Yeah, that's one because even Brighton, Brighton's football as well. What am I even forgetting? We don't want to watch Brighton play football as well.
They pass the
Aston Villa, you've seen the way now they're getting players to play that type of football.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, I don't know who is in charge of United, but the only thing I'll say to you is, get someone in there who's going to say, this is the type of football we're playing. And that's where you missed out on Ralph Rangnick. He should have been made the CEO because he would have brought in the players that played that press. Liverpool, you can see all those academy players, they know that's what we play. Spurs players, they know that's what we play. But yeah, it's like, we're just, you know what United is, we're just bringing in the best of the best.
The thing is, yeah, it still would have never worked even if Ragnar came in without because at the end of the day, then we were talking about it's torn at the top, innit?
That's what I agree. I'm agreeing with you.
I understand, but it's not gonna change just with Ragnar. That's why it also had to change with what's the name of this with Jim coming in. It also had to change with us what's the name of this Egypt Woodward.
Yeah.
Also had to come with him getting fired. It also has to come with I think it's Arnold as well. The guy tried, but it also has to Myrtle. It also has to get with this man getting fired and new personnel coming in. Woodward's main thing, the reason why Glazers loved him is that financially speaking, he made them money. He made them more money.
Yeah, 100%.
But at the end of the day, he was very deficient in the footballing side of things. Jim comes in and says, and that's what the owners say. The Glazers want a much more financially oriented club, and they got that. They got what that was what the owners wanted, and the owners got that. So James is going to come in more on the footballing side. He wants control of that. And with that being said, that's why we're looking at CEOs, or that's why we're looking at heads
That, but
that have that.
But you're
football
doing. That's what I'm saying. You're doing the right thing now
Yeah.
by getting these people in
Yeah.
who are going to say, "This is the football we're playing.
Yeah.
This is the managers we need to get to play that
Yes,
football."
yes, yes.
Ten Hag,
They still, around there because they have mentioned that they have no, they're actually quite content with Ten Hag, especially taking into because last season is in the bank, so they can clearly see that it can do something. Last season is.
you know, yeah, I think you need to do a wholesale clear out. I think you need to do a Chelsea and just get rid of fucking everybody. Just sell them, like Varane, sell to Saudi. Lindelof, sell to Saudi. Maguire, if you're going to be playing low block football, keep him. If you're going to be playing low block football, keep him.
Just cause I would love to see him and McTominay at you know what? That also reminds me. David Moyes had a sinister plan cooking. If he got his hand on those two people, he had one sinister plan cooking.
Let's not forget, David Moyes cooks. David Moyes can cook small. If everything he cooked, though, and you know who everybody's gonna keep their eye on now, Sean Dyche. Because Burnley are going to look like, is this the man we went to go and sack?
Imagine Kudus, and then you just have McTominay's late ball crash and ball crashing in it.
And then Paquette as well.
And then you have
Jared Bowen.
What Prowse for those free
kick. The ball to them, Sochek, Zuma.
Yeah.
McTominay as well with his leg crash.
Even Maguire.
And then Maguire to defend when they are sitting back like that.
West Ham could have really cooked.
David Moyes is a crook. He has something making. He has something cooking. That plan was wicked.
Guys, I know we talked about football a lot, and we'll get back onto it. But I want to talk about. Sorry, guys. I just need to, because this guy has to go catch a flight in a few, so we just have to kind of. So, this is like we always like adding people, but this is Sam. You're gonna argue with me about this. This is specifically towards Dana White. There is fire and there's too fire, in my opinion, on when people are bringing entertainment. There's a certain person who we all aware of, who is unbelievable at it, but I believe he even knows what is too far. Yes, he may have made mistakes. He may have done stupid things in the past, but the only thing I would say I give my props to him is that he will never come for anybody's past family members. What Colby Covington done was the sickest thing ever. Regardless of if you're trying to promote a fight or not, there's ways to go about it. To say what he said on national TV and laugh about it, bro, come on. Like, even there was UFC fighters there saying that is not acceptable, that they even want to get up and kick the head off him. Bro, like, there's one thing slagging someone's parent that is alive or something wrong with, and there's another thing slagging someone's dad who was murdered. Like, there's no way any of us in this room would sit here if someone is slagging our deceased parents, regardless if it's for entertainment purposes or not, and not a parent that like in his situation and not react or think it's right. Because I believe there's a certain amount of respect you have to show somebody that you're going into ring with to box the head off, knowing that there's a possibility someone can get seriously hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my thing is that I genuinely think there should have been more consequences for something like that.
I think you should, like, I don't know, maybe some kind of suspension or something. I don't know. There's just a limit to it. Like, you don't say that, regardless of if it's a promote. You can't promote a fight like that in the first place. You should be able to, like, because if you're a UFC fighter, you should be able to talk, no, without bringing up someone's dead relative, you know. But I don't know, like Leon Edwards, if he just start chasing him around the ring, I wouldn't have had a problem with it, man.
Like, I don't blame Masvidal for going after him, because apparently that guy, it's like this is not the first thing that he's been like this. Apparently he's actually, like, even Edwards said it, he's a great fighter, but he's a disgusting human being. Apparently, like, he has problems with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, they were saying this Colby Covington guy, like, problems with, like, James. He had problems with a lot of people in UFC. Like, he's just a genuinely disrespectful person.
He's a prick.
I think my thoughts too is that I do believe that there's things that you shouldn't mention, you shouldn't say. I'm in agreement with that with you. What I was saying, that at the end of the day, nothing is going to happen is in respects to Dana White, because I'm trying to get into his sort of side or mind of things. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's business. It's and whether we really like to consider it like that or not. Yeah, when you're in any business that relies on entertainment of any sorts, when you're a footballer, when you're a boxer, when you're a mixed martial artist, when you're a singer, anything of that, and your goal is that an audience wants to tune into you or to be entertained by you in some art form, you are an asset. You are, at the end of the day, you are no longer just like a human being, really, which is unfortunate. Don't get me wrong, it is very sad and unfortunate. But you are an asset to the business, and you continue to develop, you continuing to grow, you continuing to become better. Yeah, it's just them seeing their asset is increasing, it's flourishing, it's doing well. And to Dana White here, these two assets clashing, the point of their clash is so that it can generate much more profit. And unfortunately as well, I'm sure there's going to be things where people are going to still tune, they're going to want to even more tune in and buy more pay-per-views, specifically
just to see Colby Covington and get the shit bet out of him.
exactly,
Which he did.
and you think,
I even saw Ice Pack on his knee. I started laughing. I was like,
and what that's going to do is that those audience members are going to be satisfied. Remember as well, Confronting is also a MAGA type of guy. So him saying it about sort of because we understand the element of race that plays into it. So him saying, "Oh, MAGA this and MAGA that," as he's talking about somebody else's dead a parent who was murdered, supposedly they can, because you can lie about it and say that, oh, something in relation to this type of crime or something of that nature. That ties in with what that MAGA character that he put that he plays as a fighter. And at the end of the day, the ultimate winner of that, because now Leon has met the guy that's chat has shared about his parents, the deceased parents. The people who further tuned in even more because they wanted to see who may have had something similar and they wanted to see Leon beat him, they have now tuned in. At the end of the day, even the MAGA watchers that want to go and see Covington go and do this to this type of individual being Leon Edwards, they'll also tune in. The ultimate winner at the end of the day is the UFC. It's Dana White and all the investors and stakeholders in it. It is in his own prerogative. If his main goal and result is to be results based and to make more profit, it is his own prerogative to let that go, and that's upset. That's wrong. And again, I say that is wrong. But that's the ruthless and callous business side of it that's going to see.
I hear you. But then it comes to the point now that that's true. But then if this is a reoccurring thing, it's gonna come to the point now that okay,
they lose integrity.
They're gonna start exactly. So now, my thing with what he done, I hear what, and I actually do agree with everything you said there. My thing is, there has to be a conversation with him being like, I understand you want to promote a fight, but this is stuff that gets you hurt outside the ring, like with Masvidal when he started coming from Masvidal's kid. And Masvidal went to punch the head off him. I don't know if you've heard that story.
Yeah, well, I think it was on
That's what I'm trying to say to you. You start to realize this is not like the UFC can only protect you so much. Right? Because don't forget, these men are only going to be protected by the UFC when they're fighting for the UFC in those weeks again. Because after all that, and they get their paycheck, they have to wait for another call of Daddy Dana. They're not protected like the number one asset of the UFC. No, none of them are. Nobody. There's actually two bastards. The other one is John Jones, realistically speaking.
Yeah, to be honest.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you. There's certain people like him. He needs to be careful because he could actually get, like, realistically speaking, stuff like that. There's people out there who will be like, "Oh, that's how far you think you want to embarrass someone on public TV." God, we'll do the same thing too. They'll find them outside and they'll say, like, Masvidal done.
They try and crash.
And he genuinely told him, "I'm going to catch you outside after this."
But it needs to be somebody of Masvidal's level of fighting.
No, because Sam, at the end of the day,
just like
yeah.
Like regular people that just say, like, for example, if it's just a YouTuber that's saying it, you also have these ones are effectively modern day gladiators.
Who UFC fighters?
Yes, they can absolutely. It's literally based off of their own.
Why do you think someone's gonna go beat him? Why do you think?
But he's a MAGA. But he's a MAGA guy.
It doesn't matter. He
got
cut off guard once. Why can't he not get cut off guard again?
What does MAGA stand for? No.
Make America great again.
No. What does that whole thing represent? Because we're looking at it. Okay, let's say a random person, because we understand the connotation with it and the insinuation we're making. The random person, okay, is going to realize I can't go fight him, but I can go do something else, probably in America. But why do we think that this guy is going to go up on the thing of? Because the people that understand the most that there's fighting skills here, and in terms of a street, doesn't really translate that well there. It's actual trained professional fighters. If you ask anybody who's training to fight or anything, they will tell you that their first instinct is to run. Even what's the name of this guy that was in the Navy SEALs? This Jocko guy. If you should, he does podcasts as well. Is like this big? Is like this Oyibo. He's bald and everything. Brother,
Riley Martin.
Nah, Jocko. He's an American Navy. He's an ex-Navy SEALs. Yeah, he said that. And in terms of all the martial arts he's trained in, all the missions he's gone, he's a dangerous person. He said that his first instinct, if he's in a conflict industry to anything that say, is to run.
Oh yeah, no, I hear you.
But I don't think Colby Covington would run though.
That's the problem. I think the problem with Colby Covington is that
he would try and fight back.
He'll try to fight back. But I'm trying to say, why do you think someone's going to go fight him? We're in America here.
They're not going to try and fight him. They'll probably go and get Bata and hit his leg.
Bata. I know you talk about Bata.
That's what I'm saying. To that insinuation, though, why do we think that somebody who is this type of person is not going to be carrying Ibon with him too?
Because when Masvidal came to beat him, he wasn't.
Well, obviously, it's not a situation that's going to require that. He didn't feel that threatened to, no? Because once you're seeing two UFC
sure,
fighters
Masvidal
like
broke his jaw.
But once you're seeing two UFC fighters like that, it's a different story. Because the likelihood of another UFC fighter coming at you with that level of weaponry is not high in comparison to a random average trainer. Because you know that the confidence that the average man is going to feel in comparison to a UFC man is different.
Man, don't forget to what's his name? Edwards is still a UK boy.
Nani?
Edwards. And from the sounds of it, low key, like his dad was one of them guys, like he was on it. From the sounds of it. So like it's not like this guy doesn't have this man. And you have to realize, you have to remember there's certain men who just don't care who you are. They actually just don't care. Like
don't care at all.
Disrespect is disrespect to them, regardless if you're the only people that protect are politicians.
True.
All people that have money, those people that have money have power. That's why whenever people say, I said I'll have power because with power it's going to come money regardless. There's people that have money have no power. But when you have power, not everybody can play with you like that.
Well, what is power then?
Power is what the people that, like, okay, for example, I was watching, this is going to go off a bit topic. I was watching a TikTok yesterday. So obviously we know all these UK prime ministers that are in power now. Apparently there's someone that nobody's ever met that has to sign off for these people to be in power. Nobody knows this person. Nobody's seen this person.
I can imagine so.
Like there's certain, like, can you imagine? Yeah, there's somebody that nobody knows that's not a politician of any way, shape, or form, but has to sign for these people to be in power.
Okay.
Like due deep the power that it's like that family. I don't want to say their name. That starts with Or. It's like Or child. You know the family I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, Rot.
I don't know. Stop it.
You are aware of a certain family.
But me, I don't know.
That certain family that you may or may not be aware of, nobody knows any of them, but they are the richest family in the whole world. That's why I said people always. Without saying anything bad, what bad are we actually saying? They're the richest family in the world.
I don't know what you're talking
about. but wait, am I saying you're trying to? No, let's be honest. I'm not saying anything bad. What I'm trying to say I'm trying to say there's a difference between power and having money. Okay, but if you have enough power, you're going to have money. When you have certain influence,
that's not necessarily true. Though.
Yeah, okay. Sam,
it depends. Again, that's why I say what is power to you?
What is power to me? Someone that has a heavy influence in the way the world runs or in the way certain things run. Like the people, like just people who are in charge of the news that can only put out certain narratives. What's his name again? The guy who owned Amazon.
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos apparently owns a news outlet. And those news outlets, they never let anything bad go out. That one person tried to write a bad article, bam.
Hey.
Apparently they tried to sue like this is what I mean. Like that's why I say, that's why it's in the like all these people. I'm like, you need to be careful because if there's people there who have power that hearing you disrespect these people, there's only so far that he can get. The only thing that saves that guy is Donald Trump.
Donald.
I'm not messing. That's the only thing that saves Colby Covington.
Yeah.
No, anyways.
Jesus.
But yeah, like that's what I'm trying to say. Me in this life, power with great power will always come money. It's true. Like, I'm not lying.
It's construed as saying so much. With great power, always. I thought it was about to say with great responsibility.
No, with great power will always come money, because at the end of the day, responsibility is going to come with power. But I'm trying to say, like, I'd rather have power, a lot of power, than have money.
Well, I think because I think this is a bit boy. We have tangent. We've gone on a separate tangent, but with Bezos, yeah, his power came with his money.
Yeah,
Because it wasn't. It's not like to say that it was born into.
what did he own again? Amazon.
Yes.
Didn't
He owns Amazon.
But he had to
didn't he
grow
lose
Amazon.
some of the money to like one of the richest women in the
Yeah,
world?
his wife,
Right,
his ex-wife became
his
rich
wife-
women in the world because of his
Divorce.
divorce.
Yeah.
And apparently Amazon still made a shitload of money the year after.
What the hell, man?
Like, how can you lose that much billion and still make it back? Oh,
Can you imagine?
omo. It's
Behave
good. It's
yourself.
good. Omo.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? Bezos is a powerful person. He owns the biggest online
But
store in the
I'm
whole
not
world.
saying that he didn't. For example, we understand that there are families of long-standing wealth or status of
Yeah.
some kind of aristocratic descent that have power
Mm-hmm.
because they have ingratiated themselves in very fundamental industries that nations require.
Oil.
Or even I'm not even going to say oil manufacturers.
Do you see the one they're trying to? Do you see what they're trying to do now?
Mm.
Water.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's because drinkable water is running out.
Yeah.
They're trying to. Some of them are trying to take water. Oh, wow. Anyways, guys. So next week we're going to history is going to be broken in the Premier League. Do you see that?
They're about to score a goal. They're about to score goals that we have never seen before in a professional.
Wait, what's he
What
talking?
you on
I'm
about?
talking about United and Liverpool. That's what I'm always.
Oh,
you was
no.
talking about like the referees.
Referees.
What's happening with them?
There's going to
There's
be
gonna
the
be the
first
first
black
referee,
and the
like,
first woman
They
referee.
knew what they were doing with that one.
This guy hates
They
him.
knew what.
Yeah, I hate this guy, Sam. Sam, instead of you to say we should be proud of,
You should be proud of our brother.
what do you mean they know what they're
do?
doing? Please
They
explain
knew
that.
what they were doing.
What do you mean by that?
Are we going to talk about one of the right now already? Yeah, because the woman as well is about to also referee as well. Right now, the amount of insults and just the amount of roughness that referees that to our Igbo that they get right now in this right now they're under the most amount of scrutiny that they've ever been, and they want to go and shock. We are going to hear level of insults here that we did not even know was possible, and we've heard almost everything we can hear
For what?
to that black
That
referee.
referee.
when referees in general here are under so much scrutiny and they have the same race as them, they're going to chuck. Oh my!
Oh my God! That actually reminds me. We'll go back to this in a minute. Do you see what happened in Turkey when they bet the referee up?
Oh yeah, one full that shit.
One-
Bro, man.
Guys,
Now I'm not an advocate of violence here, but some of the decisions referees have made in recent times.
Well,
Yeah.
let
Okay,
me
so
stay in the room with Anthony Taylor. See what I'll do to him.
this guy hates Anthony Taylor.
I hate that nigga so much.
But no, that was crazy. Like a president of a club went to batter a referee. That's like, can you imagine? That's like Daniel Levy or one of the Glazers running on the pitch to batter an English referee.
Man, football. People always forget how big football is, just in terms of Turkey, in Greece, even in Greece as well.
Yeah,
And
but
those
like,
type of countries, you can't be making stupid decisions.
At the end of the day, though, like we're
Give
playing.
him blow like that.
we're
yeah,
playing-
but the thing is, he walked onto the pitch. Not even walked.
He ran.
He ran onto the pitch. I'm like, Bossa.
And battered
And
it.
hit him.
Like, but Sam, this is the problem with that. I understand decisions can be costly and things like that, but there's a time and a place.
Okay,
And
where's the place?
The place isn't on a football pitch when there's
Where is
cameras.
the place
Because
to- Where's the place? to
When
watch
there's
it?
no cameras.
I'm not saying you
Sitting
should
there.
beat them. The place is you cause noise. You make a scene everywhere. What's the point of battering someone on social media? Because you're gonna look like the bad guy.
Yeah, and now
You
he's not, he's
go
no longer-
and
no
make
longer the
an
president.
absolute mess of it. You keep coming and coming and coming.
Then which
Okay, look, Ateta.
Pause. Anyway, pause.
big pause. Why I feel that?
What? What did he say?
Don't worry, continue.
Wait, what did he say?
I said why I feel that.
Fikini.
When you replay and you're editing it, you hear why we say why I feel that.
Well, what did I say?
Don't worry. You hear it. When you're recording, you hear it, and you're like, these boys. I promise you.
I'm gonna throw my mic at this guy. Anyways, you made me forget what I was gonna say.
Back to the referees, the black referee, and the woman one, Abby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think it's the wrong time to start bringing them in.
Anyways, guys, yeah, we're gonna see our first black woman referee this week. I think they're gonna have genuinely a good game. I think they're gonna.
Do you know what match they are refereed?
Burnley and someone else, and Sheffield and someone else. So it's not even like.
At least not the bad teams, you know. Bro, there's some teams that have some racist ass fans, and you know it.
Yeah,
and
Chelsea.
Bro,
Your team is full of black people. You also
Bruh.
find some way to be racist.
like,
But
Kudus is cooking at West Ham. He scored twice this
I
time.
swear, and I seen Brentford at being Villa.
what's scoring Arsenal again?
Nilo.
They're playing Brighton, innit?
Yeah, at home.
Brighton always cause trouble to that team. I even
know.
like it
Anyways, guys, look, we're gonna wrap up now.
because of this Egypt.
What all I want to say is, I don't know if this is gonna come up. I will come up before the new year. Is whoever gets this far, look, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New
Merry
Year.
Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And look, thank God that we got this far, and we want to thank God
Content for you next year.
for everything.
This is not a goodbye. We're coming back.
We're coming
We're
back.
coming back. Don't
There'll be a
worry.
lot more content next year. Don't worry. There'll be a lot more. There's a lot in the plans.
It's shocking. Imagine we just go and blow now like this over the Christmas holiday. I promise you.
There's no managing. It would happen in Jesus'
promise
name.
Amiruko Jesu.
Claim it.
But we want to
you
thank
see-
everybody who has helped us, even though we're growing small by small. And we want to thank if anybody ever has any suggestions of what we should do. But trust me, there is a lot more stuff in the background which is cooking, and I mean a lot more. Not just with this podcast, but there's going to be a lot more stuff going on. And I just want to thank everybody, and look, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And
Amen.
unfortunately, the one thing I want to say to you is we'll just be praying for all our friends to support Man United. We just want to say,
Slapping they're about to get
God,
tonight.
we just want to say, may God, may the peace of God come upon you. If you do get a big beating tonight, and if not, and you still beat Liverpool somehow, to you Liverpool fans that got beaten by Man United,
Look at yourselves well.
this bad. Look at yourselves.
And if you're a United fan and you lose, text it to the comments because I want to make fun of you. I won't lie.
Me too. Anyways.
United fans.
Oh yeah, guys, so you can know, yeah. So they don't think I forgot. I didn't wear it anymore.
I will burn that up.
I still
I
have.
will burn that
It's still yeah.
up.
It's still
Look at his mouth.
Anyways, y'all, we'll see you next year.
It's
If
long
we-
go full.
By the time we blow, I might not be able to deal with the pressure of the blowing, so I might not.
Come on, I'm gonna sit around in one place.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you. If this ever if you this blew to the point, like I would never. What's the word? Anyways, talk about that one off camera. Anyways, bye.
Slongo phone.
Stop speaking Irish all the time, man.
We speak Yoruba. We have to speak Irish as well. We have to get the Irish.
I don't even know how to speak Irish. Someone come and teach me how to speak Irish, please.
Hey.
Okay, I do. I used to be good at Irish in secondary school, but then I just completely forgot.